Hello, everyone. Hope there's not too much noise in my background. I do have breeze blowing. Do welcome to another. Well, today it's a prophetic word. Okay, it's a prophetic word. All right, so the door is swung open. That's what the Lord told me to title this word. All right, Lord, we give you the glory, the honor, the praise. We ask you to open our hearts and ears to hear what you have to say. Speaks to our heart and give us the grace, the humility to receive and accept the way you choose to do things in this hour. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so this morning I awoke to a vision of me stepping through a door. However, I didn't have to touch the door. I didn't have to force the door open. I didn't have to call somebody to open the door. I didn't have to use a key to open the door. I had no such doing with the door becoming wide open. All I know was the door was pushed open, or was it already pushed open, right? And I just walked through with ease, no extra baggage or anything. Though I wasn't really aware of everything. When I went through the door, I was kind of hesitant because I'm looking like, what is beyond this door? Why is this door open? So God is saying, focus on entering. Don't focus on the why is it. Why is the door open? Or who opened the door? Or why is it so easy? It seems too perfect. This is too good to be true. And this is regarding business, marriage, relationship, financial connection. Okay. God is saying the old need to stay in the past. All right. Some of you are attached to a husband that God highlighted in the beginning. However, you are idolizing this person, this man, this woman, thinking that you have to settle. God have opened many new doors for his daughters, especially to his sons in the beginning. However, they decided to not proceed. God cannot force somebody to accept your hands in marriage. Okay, God can give you strategy. However, he doesn't want you to be toiling. However, God has sent some companionship your way, but you're not even realizing that you are in the blessing. Okay, you don't view the person as that. You see the person as somebody that's just a companion, or this person is just a friend, somebody you get along with very well. Though God is highlighting that there can be more. He's not going to force you. However, he wants to give you the desires of your heart. Sometimes the desires of your heart is not the man or the woman that you want. Sometimes the man and the woman that you want is occupied. They are not available right now. And it's up to you if you want to stand in delay. That's what God is saying, in delay. And this is not for everybody, okay? Seek wise counsel to with from God with what I'm saying. However, it will convict most of you. You will hear him confirm what I'm saying to you, and it will highlight the person he's been speaking to you, the person you've been ignoring, the person because they don't probably strike your eyes. You are focused on the wrong thing regarding the person. If you admire someone because of their beauty, there's more to that regarding marriage. So a lot of you are missing a lot of husband because you're too focused on their posture as in their fleshly or the outly appearance. Yes, they're supposed to carry themselves with masculinity and maturity and all of that. But here's something you should know. There's this dimension where God's sons have access to their femininity, okay? When they're stored in your heart in such a realm, they behave towards you in a feminine posture. I don't mean gay. I don't mean homo or whatever you guys call it. Not that I'm homophobia or anything. However, stop thinking that he's not. Oh, stop thinking he's not masculine. Oh, excuse me for one moment. Stop thinking he's not masculine, and don't, what's the word, emasculate the person because they're being very generous to you with the way they speak to you and all of that. Now, from a place of experience, I'm going to tell you this, what I notice. When a man is open to you, it doesn't matter if he's younger or older, however, it does come with maturity. They don't treat you as they would treat a regular woman that they don't really care to have such relation with. However, they can be at peak interest in the beginning because of your beauty, or maybe you guys vibe on something, that's what you call it, or you had a connection. But the more they dig deep, you realize that, okay, she's not the woman that I really desire as my wife. She does have a few qualities, but she's not what I truly want. Okay. That's when most of them start pulling away. And I remember Nina was explaining on her life why God said, no, why she was watching a movie, and God said to her, you're the one who makes someone fall in love with you. Though there's this thing where man knows what they desire and know what they want, it doesn't mean that you are not mature or right for the person. They can want this other woman and not you, though the woman is not good for them. God cannot force them to see your worth, your value, and this is where you have to come in as a mature adult, know your value and know your worth. I'm not giving somebody extra amount of time and maturity when they're giving me breadcrumbs. Do you understand that? I don't know how many people I come across in the beginning, they will blow you up, okay? And I'm not even going to say blow you up as in love bombing. In the beginning, they're more present, and that is why you don't be too available. I'm not saying to be immature. When somebody is talking to you, you're open, you're mature, give it a good pace, give the person time to get to know you. However, you cannot put one specific time on all your relationship, okay? Not because it took you 3 months to know your previous partner and we waited for this time, it doesn't mean it's going to be the same for the next person. I'm not talking about boundaries. Boundaries are boundaries, period. Or you can change your boundaries. Maybe I had this boundary with this person and now I have this boundary with this person, all right? God is saying they are immaculate, all right? Learn how to present yourself as a mature adult. His sons are looking for wives. However, beauty fades, but that's what is mostly highlighted. All right. I can't tell you how much people probably match with me just because I look so beautiful, are beautiful on my photos and all of that. But then when you open your heart to know the person, maybe it's just not the match. It's not that you're not beautiful. It's not that you're not intelligent and all of that. It's just a different feeling towards you based on getting along, the things you're interested in. Like, don't think it's just man just wants you because you look beautiful and that's it. No. And I can't tell you how much convicting movie I've been watching with the Holy Spirit, Elohim. This is not even convicting movie, okay? So based on your lifestyle, a lot of you want to be a wife, and this is why preparation is key. You need to learn to cook, okay? Yes, there's high value women and high value. At the end of the day, even if my husband is a millionaire, the billionaire, a billionaire, wealthy man, whatever he is, cooking is a skill, a life skill that every adult, children, child should learn. just in case of an emergency. Okay. Sometimes I can purchase anything I desire. The person can purchase whatever I desire. However, they can never make it as good as I do. Or maybe where I'm at, they don't make it at all, period. Or my husband gonna desire something. Guess what? The queen can cook. I'm not just only a beauty queen, okay? And that was the lesson in this movie yesterday, and I will share it on my time. It's called More Than Marriage. More Than Marriage. It's you're gonna look it up. If you're interested in what I'm saying and you want to learn, you're gonna take the time out to look it up. Okay? It's called More Than Marriage, and it's an African movie. And the writer behind is, I think, is Uche Montana. So you're gonna, once you type it in, More Than Marriage African movie, the star or the writer is called Uche Montana, if I'm saying it right. You're gonna see a very important lesson in that movie. Now I'm gonna give you a brief insight of what took place. Not only did this woman deprive this man of intimacy, sex, time, she put her job before the man. She can't clean, she can't cook, and all of that. Now, this is something God highlighted to me. Some of you are so addicted to cleaning and doing all the chores, you will abandon your husband to do such. No. When it comes to those things, your husband come first. It doesn't mean you're not supposed to be able to do such. Do you understand me? You still need to have those skills. However, a husband rather to hire a maid and to have much time with his woman than allow her to go cook every day and clean every day. Like, he wants that time to build personal intimacy and to enjoy his wife. And it depending on your husband's stature financially. So if you want to go take up a broke man, that's on you. All right. Now, I said broke man. I never said a man who's not wealthy. There's broke man. They call them dusties. I have no idea. That I feel like that word is so, I don't know, immature. But there is men who are financially stable. They might not be wealthy, but is what they are willing and able to do for the woman that they love. So don't go leave your man or your husband because he's not wealthy. If he's taking care of you, he's stored in the house, he's covering everything, then judge his character. All right. And I tell you this many times. I don't know if you always hear me talking about this millionaire saga. I feel like I attract wealthy men. However, not because they're wealthy mean I'm gonna allow you to put a ring on my finger. How you attract wealthy men, Queen-Esther? First of all, it starts in your mental, your mind. What is it you desire? You have to become it. And it's not just about wealthy. Wealthy men usually have good character, family values, and all that. So you need a man with balance. You don't just want a wealthy man that's just wealthy financially. You want the man to be wealthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and all the alleys. Do you understand me? So when I say wealthy man, it's not just about finance, okay? But however, I'm talking about wealthy right now as in finance. First of all, some of these wealthy men has very poor character. They can be very bipolar, very cocky. And this is why you have to know your worth and your value. And when they ask you what you bring to the table, I bring my intrinsic value. I give you things that you can't buy. Some of you think that you're not in a wealthy man league or the top 1% league. Well, when you start knowing your worth and your value, you will understand that you are the price, period. I'm the price. I know my worth. I know what I have to offer. If you can't see it in me, too bad. You're lost and next, okay? I don't know how many high value men I close the door to because I don't need nobody to be draining. But I wouldn't say drain it. I don't do one-sided situation. If I feel like you're not giving me what I desire, you're giving me your minimum, not what I desire, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna close the door. Period. Do you understand me? Know your worth and your value. Stop thinking, oh, he's wealthy. Again, I'm not telling you to make any decision. If you want to be with a wealthy man to take care of you and your family, you go ahead and do so. But I'm talking about the mental state of having somebody wealthy in your life as a woman. The first thing you need to remember is that you yourself is wealthy. You're wealthy. You are wealth in their life. Okay. Don't let no man belittle you or make they think they're above you because they have some little luxury items and no character. No, don't do it. Okay. Again, it takes time to get to this level. It's a growth mentality. It's come from experience, taking the time out to work on yourself, understanding your intrinsic value and what you have to offer. High value man know that a woman don't need to have 10 jobs to be in a relationship with them. Stop thinking you need to be a millionaire woman to be with a millionaire man. I mean, stop thinking you need to be financially wealthy to deserve a wealthy individual. No, you don't. A man wants to be able to take care of you if he's financially stable. We're talking wealthy billionaire heirloom type of dating man husband, right? Now, what on earth does he need you to bring all this money for? He have all of that. He just want to find that woman to help him feel secure, to have such peace. That's the thing you bring. That's wealth. They can't find it in their money. They can't find it in their luxury vehicle. They can't, okay? So those are the things that they are willing to lavish their money on women who's worth it. A wealthy man is not going to go spend on a woman that's not worth it. So I'm going to tell you this. Their wealth doesn't come easy, even if it's trust fund. And I experienced this myself. They value their money. Don't think wealthy man just give out their money and that's it. I don't even know how I reach here, but I'm explaining this to you. They invest in a woman that is worth their investment. So all of you who are interested in a wealthy man, okay, financially great, but you want the financially wealthy man to be wealthy in all the other areas to have this balance in the marriage. All right. So based on your lifestyle already and all of that, that's how you're gonna start growing and developing these things. I don't know. When it comes to a relationship now and all of that, the little bare minimum, you can't get my attention with that. Okay, no. I know what I bring to the table because I am the table. Okay, this is some upgrade knowledge that I'm giving you. If you act like a basic lady, man is gonna just take advantage of you and give you basic treatment. When you know your worth, you step away, you set boundary, they chase after you if you're worth it. All right. However, I'm not just saying to desire a wealthy man, but desire a man with godly character that can be an excellent influence on your children that you may have now or your future children. Don't just vet man because they're handsome and they have one good job. Like, great, financial security is great. A man's supposed to be able to provide and protect. Some of you are in relationship and you are the one providing, but that's not my business. If it works for you, whatever floats your boat. However, that relationship you're in is not even healthy. Do you understand me? There's relationship and situation where the woman have to take up such responsibility, and if that works between her and her husband, then keep your marriage. Do you understand me? Not everyone marriage is the same. Not everyone's situation is the same. So what might work for Queen-Esther might not work for you. My value is different from your value. My intrinsic value is different from your intrinsic value, though it's supposed to be the same. But when you don't know yours worth, you could sell yourself short. Do you understand? I don't sell myself short because I know my worth. We're all human beings. We are all intelligent. However, our intelligence is on different level. See that? We're all business minded. Our business mindset is on different level. So the more you level up in all these areas, the more your value increases, the more you have to offer and all these things. A man wants a mature adult that is emotionally available, emotionally mature. Some of you ladies like to go in your feelings. You can't be doing that. I'm not saying, of course, we're not perfect, but you need to have respect. You know how to set boundaries with your words and all these things. A mature husband is going to start vetting you the first minute they saw you as a wife. Is this woman even worthy to have my children? Is this the woman I want to carry my children? And it's the same. But some of you women don't vet man. You just want to be in a relationship so bad. You really don't know anything about character, intrinsic value, and all these things. You just want to be in a relationship. You just want to get married. The guy is nice. He pay your bills, but and that's it. What is the goal? What is the partnership like? Like, do you understand? You need to spend time with God, and you need to take time out to grow. When He send you instruction, knowledge, stop scrolling on your phone and watching memes on YouTube and Instagram and all of that. First of all, some of those Instagram reels will help you in your relationship. Stop thinking everything on in Instagram happen in real life and you should do it in your life. This is where you need to have boundary with social media. You can scroll the internet for 10 minutes for self pleasure, but make sure you're using it to gain knowledge. Okay, I'm giving you knowledge right now. This is coaching session knowledge I'm giving you for free right now. Don't take it lightly. You need to learn to be polite when you're writing to a man or the person. Stop texting as if you're in high school. Honestly, when I was on a dating site and somebody would reach out to me and I match and they text me what WYD. I'm like, first of all, I really don't even entertain those messages. If I'm intrigued, I'll respond. And then if it continue, then okay. The fact that you can take the time out to expand correctly, and then some people just is not texter, but when you talk with them on the phone, that's the next test. Is this person mature when we're having a over the phone conversation or what? So you can judge somebody based on how they text you, but when you talk with them, they're very mentally mature. And sometimes they can text you a certain way to test you. But that's kind of foolish for me, right? But anyway, know your worth, ladies. The door is open, right? God has sent very much new candidates. And when God is saying the marriage door is open, be ready, He wants you to present yourself. Stop. Oh, hi, everyone. Stop acting as if you're not supposed to go on a dating website. Don't listen to, if God say the door is open, do this and do that. You need to act in faith. Often, most of you don't do anything. And yes, you could stay at home and sit down and somebody rang your doorbell and all of a sudden you have a connection. So that is actually possible because it happened to me already. Not that I ended dating the person or anything, but a lot of people always say, if you sit at home on your couch, you think nothing is going to happen. God is that good to do it. However, you need to be more action driven when God is giving you things. And there's some doors that is already open and you just need to walk through, follow through, be mature with the person. Some of you friend zone somebody, but I want to tell you that the best and the more intimate relationship starts with friendship. If you don't start off a relationship on friendship, when everything is crumbling, you're going to need that friendship. And obviously God, because nothing that's not built on God is not a firm foundation. All right. So that is what I want to bring to you today. The new is not familiar. Maybe your previous relationship, the guy ghosted you, he treated you poorly. He didn't know how to talk to you. He didn't care much about you. He didn't have any self-care. This guy, this man that God is sent to you, or that you're probably in connection with, that you're already overlooking, it's different. And sometimes different or something brand new can scare us and we're going to feel like it's too true. Now, I'm going to say one last thing. I remember I watched this African movie. African movie does have a lot of good life lesson in them. I forgot what this one is called, but it started off where the lady was upset at her husband because he's too perfect. It's not that the guy is too perfect. It's the fact that he's mature mentally. he's not abusive, and she couldn't just receive that because she's been in so much toxic relationship in the past. She stated that, oh my gosh, we never argue. If I ask you to do something, you do it. If I ask you to fetch something, you fetch it. You take care of all my bills. And I'm like, I need this. I mean, what woman doesn't need such problem in their life? I don't see how that is a problem. Do you understand me? But she was attached to toxic and drama bond type of relationship. We don't want to do that anymore, ladies. Cut it off. All right. So I do mentorship for growth in your personal life, period, and for relationship. If it's that's something you are interested in, be on the lookout for my next program. All right. And then I do 2 personal mentorship. However, I will keep you guys posted and updated. I do have a lot of things running on my plate right now, including the stock mentorship that's definitely flying off the shelf because it's not too much spots I have open. All right. So do take back the things I've said to God. Do receive and listen what is for you. If it's not for you, if it's not resonating with you, you take what you need, you leave what you don't. All right. And hello, everyone. I do apologize for my, I don't know, my abrupt appearance, but I've been coming live. However, maybe you're not interested in the stock market, but I've been live a few times. And then the other live that I was on is on my paid side of the mentorship. So right now I'm live, and some of my videos I put on paid mentorship. So by the time you see it, it's already over there. But Vicky, you haven't seen me in several years. That's impossible. And Jasmine, I miss you all too. But I've been here though. But I've been behind the scene doing the work. Working, I've been doing a lot of in-person coaching, trading, mentorship, especially in New York City. And I do come on often. However, I'm in some type of transition again. So we have much more coming along. And I have a trip scheduled for Dubai. I'll definitely take you along with that for that one. Do some lives in Dubai, the beautiful city. I do have some tournament with my investor, or you call it trader, group of mentors and friends. So that should be exciting. That's what Queen-Esther been doing, elevating and leveling up. Is there any question anyone would like to ask? All right, it's 3 o'clock. I have one live session. All right. You're welcome, Elsa. I heard the Lord say they are privileged to know me in these realms. Elohim, okay? Oh, hey, there's one thing I must say. One more lesson regarding dating. Don't date too much person in one session, okay? You will probably be stressing out and beating yourself up. All right. So, like the last time, the Lord was saying you could start with 5. When I say start with 5, you're not dating them equally. Okay. When you have 5 person, it's easy to vet and remove 2 person. All right, this person is definitely not lining up with anything, and the second one too. So you're gonna come down to 3 person, and that's when you're gonna pay a little more attention. All right. So getting down to the top 2 is the easiest part. All right. But when you're supposed to eliminate the third one, you're gonna have a little bit of resistance because, but I like this about this person, but I like this about this person, but I like this. So you don't want to get too attached to any of them. All right. And this probably sound heartless. Dating is vetting. You're not obligated to be what you call it, faithful to one person. That's a terrible idea. Okay. Now, if you're just vetting somebody, then don't get attached to one person. If you're in a long-term dating relationship, then that's totally different. Okay. So do remember that. When you only vet one person and become loyal to one person, then you can easily settle. You can get too attached, and then it's all of a sudden you're in this relationship, but on their end they are just dating and dating other people. So you want to make sure you guys are on the same page in this dating thing. If you think somebody is asking you to surrender and not see anyone else, what kind of commitment are we having for me to do such a thing? So, and do remember that you're the price, ladies. But if you don't know that you're the price, they will treat you like what? The rapper. Okay, so that's something to know as well. Oh, Jasmine. Oh, that's okay. Sometimes YouTube do that. Sometimes YouTube be unsubscribe. Maybe you did, and then YouTube did such. But I'm excited and elated for these upcoming series and workshop. I'm gonna be doing a lot of workshop, ladies. So for the ladies who are struggling, it doesn't matter mentally. Honestly, I need to tell you this. It doesn't matter what anybody help you with or teach you with. If they can help you to program your state of mind regarding the things they're teaching you, you're gonna be at the same place. All right. So for my workshop and my mentorship, don't come if you're not gonna be ready to learn and earn and put the work in. All right. And I'm not just gonna be opening to every person. No, I'm gonna be vetting the application or the sign up. Do you understand me? I like to work with diligent women who are very serious, women who are prestige, and I do help the ladies in the lower class. When I say lower class, it's not a bad thing. All right. So I'm gonna teach you something. There's different levels when it comes to class. There's regular people who just live life regular, see life regular. Their posture is regular. Then there's the middle class, and then there's the upper class. Okay. So the middle class people are nice to work with. And don't forget that everyone, unless you're born into the upper class, you've experienced some of these things. And a lot of lesson that you learn from the lower class, the middle class, it's actually good in the upper class. All right. Their character is different. And I'm gonna say wealthy people. Not all wealthy people. Some wealthy people are snob. Think about the high value people or that you look up to. Like let me give you an example. Who could I say? Beyonce? Uh okay, maybe if you hang with Beyonce, I don't know how your posture would be, because Beyonce is like a superstar and all of that, right? There's that, and then there's upper class with elegance. That's the class I'm trying to take you, okay? They don't react the same to people. They rarely ever argue with people. They have their financial intact. The way they talk, the way they attire, the way they carry themselves is different. The way they socialize is different. Based on your influence and your surrounding, that's how you're gonna act. Okay. Every time I upgrade, it's like, and then I see, I don't want to use the wrong word. All right. So the people who are at the same level from day one, there's no elevation, no anything, a lower class, their mindset is not as mine. And it's very hard to communicate with them. Now, I'm going to use money as a great example. Okay. Now, listen to me. When you elevate and all that, don't you ever think you're better than anyone and all of that? And this is something that a lot of, I'm going to say poor people, black people, because a lot of us used to, and this was me. I used to like to talk about the wealthy people and all these, oh, they this and that. No, it's called character, and it's a mindset thing. If I put on a elegant attire on a regular person who doesn't have the mental capacity for where they will be, or the room they will be in, if there's no God grace in there, you will crumble. Do you understand me? You will think you don't belong there, and so much things. So you have to do the work. Now, God will elevate you to places you don't even belong, or they might say you're not qualified based on man agenda. And this is why God always tell you to be prepared for where he's taking you. Look at Joseph, okay? Joseph was elevated, but you do realize he went through pruning and all of that. And this is why God always say, when you're asking for something, make sure you're prepared and you're ready for it. It's not that the wealthy are above regular people. Is the fact that they took the time to prune their mental state of mind to become the upper class. Do you understand me? It's not hard when you have a mentor. It's not hard when it's something you desire. Honestly, if you just start believing that you're that, if you believe something, you start acting like it, and you will stop looking down on these people because they're not bad. I'm not bad. Do you understand me? Now, when I hang around with these people, they are as me, they influence me, and we can have mature conversation. They understand me because my mindset is here. Now I'm going to use money to explain this. Financial increase. Now, I remember the days when I used to think $1,000 was much money. Okay, even the language changes. It's not, oh, she's prideful and act like she's this. No, much money is old English, right? I used to think $1,000 was much money. However, when you elevate mentally with money, your financial capacity increase, you will realize that $1,000 is not much money. All right. Now, as a trader, when I made my first six figure in one day, it's funny. My mind was astonished, but then my spirit remembered, but Queen-Esther, you did believe this before it happened. And when it did happen in the natural, it wasn't hidden or stained as much as a person who never made a million and in their life, a six figure in one trade would react. Now, let me explain something to you. The lesson I learned when I was trading with $100 account, $500 account, $1,000 account, it helped with managing the money, investing the right amount of capital. But then when I get rid of all of that, I start thinking percentage wise, then it made more sense. Okay, please give me a moment. Yeah, so with the stock market, a lot of the upper class people have stock market knowledge that they pass on to their children. All right, that's literally what I'm doing. My children probably know, they know more than the basic of trading. They can trade because you are your child's first influence. Do you want to break generational curse? You want to be the first one in your family to create wealth, to have wealth? Then you have to believe, you have to be ready, you have to sacrifice a lot of things and put the work in. If I didn't know anything about sacrifice and I used to just give away money easily, now it's not the same. All right. If you are used to having like $1,000, maybe the most money you ever had was like $5,000, $10,000. Now think about, you wasn't the best steward of $5,000 and $10,000. However, accidentally, you come in access, you come in money of $100,000. Now tell me, what will be the difference with stored in the $100,000? You're gonna see, oh my gosh, I have $100,000. No, I can spend more. I can buy more things. I can do more because your knowledge with money is not mature. Okay. And it's the same with trading. For you to scale to $1 million, okay, before I made my first six figure, right? I was constantly making $20,000 with my investor a day. A typical day is 20,000. Often I made like $50,000. Okay. No, I'm saying this number to you, and it's not much to me right now because I've passed that level mentally with money. All right. I've passed $1 million in the stock market with money. Okay. The first investor I ever had, this time I was trading six-figure account. All right. And I tell you that knowledge and a skill can change your life. And don't forget your gifts. Take the time out to learn the stock market. That skill will change your life. Okay. Now think about it. The only thing is you're gonna need capital. If you don't have enough money, you're gonna make money to sustain yourself and all of that. But when you're actually confident and you take the time out to gain the knowledge and investors step in, that's when your life change, baby. So I was presented two okay, I was presented more than $1 million, right? However, it didn't crush me, but I remember the first time I was trading and somebody said to me, wow, if you're that good in the stock market, how much money you think we can make if I invest $1 million? When they said that to me, this was like 2 years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, that's too much money. I don't need to, because I know I could have managed so much money. Do you understand? I never scaled. That time I was probably trading $2,000, $3,000. That's the difference. Versus when the million was presented, it was more than a million, right? I wasn't phased by that. I saw more increase, right? Because I have a strategy, I have a risk management plan, it's percentage based and all of that. So when you're asking God for increase, not just financially, whatever way, you want to make sure you are ready and you have the knowledge. Now, I don't really do much of my trading live when I'm trading on that investor account. Okay. There's boundary with what I can share. So this is why I didn't give you the exact money. I just say over $1 million. And don't think I get the whole it's percentage based on what I receive from the investor. So don't think you trade and you keep all the money. No, baby. But it's better than having to go to a 9 to 5 every day. It's what you do with the money that you get and how you're going to scale it. All right. So every time I come in here, you guys probably see me trade and you take it very, very lightly. That can make you the first $1 million. Okay. Trading the stock market can make you that first millionaire in your bloodline. When you have the knowledge and the capital, $1 million a day, I'm saying this, $1 million a day is not hard to make. I can make if I have enough capital, as I'm not gonna say if, when I have enough capital, making $1 million a day is baby food. Okay. Now I have a mentor. This guy made almost $200 million a year. When he said that, it just increased my capacity. It didn't phase me. Do you understand me? But some of you are hearing almost $200 million. That's a lie. That's you can't even comprehend such dollar amount because it's not something your financially mental capacity is used to. And this is what I mean. When I'm making videos or I'm helping others, I don't say $500 or whatever. However, sometimes I come down to that level so you can grasp what I'm saying. But once you make first six figures in one day, I mean, what? There's nothing I can't do, period. Once you make your first 500,000 in one day, and I don't see anything much easier than the stock market to do such. Once you have the knowledge, the capacity, and the capital to do so. So you're going to need to use some big investor. All right. Now, I'm going to be realistic with you. Starting out as a trader, forget it. You ain't gonna be making no $1 million the first month, maybe not even the first year. Okay. However, I will not put any cap on you based on what you can do. You can become a profitable trader in 6 months. And if you have the resources and you have the capital, you can definitely make your first $1 million within a year. I can tell you that. It's based on how much funding you have and the knowledge you have. Okay. Now, if somebody come to me with $200 million, said, Queen-Esther, I need you to trade with such capital for me. I'm not gonna crush, but I'm gonna do the same thing that I've been doing to multiply. I'm gonna go in with the same strategy, the same percentage. Now think about it. If I'm risking 2% of a $1.5 million account, right? How much money is that? If I'm making 5%, that's like 75,000. So if I'm risking 2%, that's probably like 35,000 or something. Don't check mark me on that. But if I'm risking that, if I'm say 5% for on a $1 million account, is like $75,000, right? Imagine me moving from 1.5 million to a $200 million account. What is 5% of 2 million? Like, do you understand? That's how big you want to think with the stock market. Don't just think about your capital, okay? Believe that God will bring you the increase in all these things. However, I don't trade for regular people because no, that's too much stress. If you come over here, give me a broker, a mature investor, that's worth my time. Do you understand me? Even my trading course, it's $12,000, and people don't have no problem buying it because I don't sell to the wrong crowd. I don't have to convince people to buy the trading course or any of my one-on-one mentorship because they know the value. Wealthy people know the value of something that's going to make them more money. So they say, here, Queen-Esther. As a matter of fact, $12,000 is not even much money for them. They probably see $12,000 as $1,200. I'm not even joking. When you become wealthy, it's not that it's not valuable. It is valuable. $1,200 is valuable. You do need how many? Okay, $1,000 is valuable. It has value. You need how much? You need $1,000 bill. You need 1,000 $1,000 bill to become a millionaire. So don't think I mean that it's not valuable, because if they didn't value money, they would have become millionaire. I'm saying your appetite increases. If I need something that costs me $50,000, I'm gonna buy it, and I'm not gonna cry because it's $50,000. Because that $50,000 is like $5,000 based on how much capacity, based on your capacity with money and how you get it. Now that's another part. The way you can access the money, think about it. You don't have to beg people to buy your course. You don't have to. You do have to work because it's a business, the stock market. You already use your time wisely and smartly in your younger days, or whatever sacrifice it took maybe 5 years, and now once you become profitable, nobody can hold you again. I go in the market, press 2 buttons, and you make 10 grand, 5,000, 20,000, how much, however it is, and you just keep doing that. If you don't want to buy my course, it's okay. I'm still making $20,000. Do you understand? And that's the beauty of the stock market. All glory to God for such knowledge and all these things. Stop sleeping on the stock market, okay? So all this free game and knowledge I'm giving you, don't take it lightly. People pay me much more than $12,000 in my in-session mentorship, okay? However, I do have to come and give back, right? So when I'm giving you free knowledge, don't take it lightly is what I'm saying. And for the people who want to dive deeper into the whole mentorship thing, obviously sometimes I do special and all of that. And if God say Queen-Esther, or God moved me to do something, I'll do it. All right. So for my trading mentorship, I will be doing 75% off. So be on the lookout for that. Now you don't have any excuse. No, you don't have any reason. Just as though you want increase, you're gonna put the work in, you're gonna sacrifice, and you're gonna make the payment. You know why I charge people after I give free knowledge? Because of the sacrifice that I have to put in there. Do you understand me? It's different when I'm helping you one on one and I sacrifice my time to gain the knowledge, to create the course and all of that. So if I'm giving it to you for free, I'm not, what's the lesson here? It's like, I'm just, you have to understand, I pay Queen Esther $2,500 for this course. I'm going to make sure I sit my behind down and I'm going to take the time out to learn. If I just give it to you for free, you're not going to value it. I promise you that. And that's a lesson, okay? When you pay for something, it's not the same as when somebody handed it to you for free. I still get $7,000 for my course. I still have it with my mentor. Most of them, it was live session. $7,000. This was years ago. I still watch the video sometime. I still have all the recordings. That was $7,000. Do you understand me? And the reason I commit to it was because I spent $7,000. $7,000 at that time. $7,000 was $100 million for me. Do you understand me? Now that $7,000 helped to make me a multi-7-figure trader for other investors and all of these things. Okay. Now I'm highlighting investors because I know some of you will start, but Queen-Esther, this and that. Investor is a contract. Okay. So even if I make them $2 million in the account, I don't get $2 million. Do you understand me? But again, whatever they pay now, obviously I don't have to use my own capital. I'm still humble and I'm still grateful. And there's much more reams to growing and going. But I'm going to end this video right here. I'm not going to go into much more. I'm creating the programs for dating and personal growth. You need to get in here. I'm going to teach you how to get in your psychology, to change your psychology, to stop thinking small and mediocre. What's that word? Mediocre? Yeah. We at Queen-Esther, we are queens here. Investors, we don't think small anymore. Think and Grow Rich. I think that's a book. All right. So you want to elevate your mindset. It starts in the mind. When you believe something, you obviously start align it with your action. You align to it. I believe I read a lot of books. You know what I did? Every time I go to the library or anywhere, I will take the books home. Even if I haven't opened one of these books, I take them home. All of a sudden, lo and behold, I'm reading books, okay? And you have to be intentional when it comes to knowledge. Well, a lot of people like reading books. I like to get my knowledge other places. I like to listen to things. I like to watch things. So don't think you can gain knowledge from those. But reading does something different for your brain, all right? And as you know, let me show you something. What I do every single day, though now a 7-figure investor. Here's this. Here's the chart. I'm gonna show you something. This is called knowledge, okay? If there's a day that go by that I don't go on my chart, something is wrong. I never stop learning. I'm always a student. This little thing, this little chart right here can turn you into a millionaire. Once you take the time to learn, to grow, and to apply the skills, okay? Now I'm gonna teach you about having enough money to trade, having enough capital. You just want to know when to enter. This one candlestick, based on the size of your account, can make you 10,000, 50,000, whatever your account is. All right. So as a realistic person, maybe you're just starting out, you don't have enough money. You can make an extra $100 a day. $100 a day times 5, that's $500 extra a week. If you make $200 a day, that's extra $1,000 a week. Even if you don't make $200 each day, say you only made $200 3 days out of the week, that's still $600. So it's not how you start, it's how you apply the wisdom. Now, the market gave me $600. Now my next trade can be bigger. You want to have good risk management, okay? right here is, first of all, the market has been in a bullish bias. All right. You can profit from the small move instead of holding this whole thing. This move right here, I took this trade earlier, right? This right little here, no, right down to here. This was like a $27,000 move, right? However, if it was a smaller account, it could only be like $5,000. So when people is throwing out what they make and all of that, please don't ever go in the doubt realm. I'm gonna believe and I'm gonna get there. That's what you need to do. I see a lot of videos on the internet where people say they have these expensive cars showing and they get it from the stock market. Oftentimes they're not lying, but the unbelievers are the one who never actually entertain the stock market to know such. Some people do come on here to show those stuff off just to sell course, but I can assure you that my friends, my peers do it all the time. Literally, this guy, I even could show you some of them right here on YouTube. He literally deposit $200,000. He turned it into $500,000. He withdraw that $300,000 and he went and buy a brand new luxury car. Like, when you have the knowledge, there's nothing that is impossible. Okay. Like, think about the stock market. You don't have to beg people. It's not based on the amount of people that come to you or buy your course. It's just the stock market. The money is there, and the people with the knowledge win. You go get it. Don't think you cannot lose or have a losing day or have a losing trade. I would never promote such. Okay, you can have a losing streak, but with good risk management is okay. The knowledge doesn't change, and next week you make your money back. So don't ever think you can end a trading day in red. All right. Yes. Hi, Shani. Yeah, do go back and watch watch the video, and then I'll later on put it in my paid section. But I'm gonna allow you guys to rewatch this video now. I'm gonna take the time out to go. Do have a lovely day. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next live. It might be tomorrow. All right. So I'm gonna be doing a free relationship one-on-one live. If I get a guest that's bold enough to come live, I want to vet you right here on the camera, and I will let you know what is it you need to do, how is it you need to improve, and all these things. Attraction is key, but after the attraction, you need to learn how to keep their attention with maturity and all these things. All right. Character, those things are important. All right. And I'm looking to make some six-figure traders. All right. Now, I do want you to remember one thing before I go. Everything is built slowly over time. Consistency is key. When I say a six-figure trader, that means you're making over $100,000 profit. How long does it take you? It might take you 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. All right. The goal is for you to get it within a year. And you want to realize that even if you make $1,000 a day, it adds to it. You just want to become consistent and gain the knowledge. All right. So do have a lovely day, everyone. Stay blessed and goodbye.